Hello, do you speak English?
Yes, of course.
Are you
bro.
having a nice time?
Yes, and you?
Where are you from?
Germany.
Oh, you're German.
Germany.
Is he in Germany?
He's also in Germany.
Oh no, he's in Germany. He's stuck in Germany. We're having a great time and you're not. Joking.
Have a great
Have
day.
a good day.
Bye,
Cheers,
bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye. Hi guys, welcome to Milan. Today I'm going to show you my favourite part of Milan in this video, so it's going to be a bit long. We're going to do a little circuit. I like to start here at Duomo. If I pronounce anything wrong, I apologise from the start, because I do like to say Duomo sometimes for some weird reason, but Duomo. So this is obviously the cathedral. We're going to be going through what the local people call the Milan living room, which is the Vittorio Emanuele II, as I call it. But before we start, we'll see La Scala, the main shopping street, and come back round behind there, basically. It's a nice walk. I've done it before. So let's just explain if anyone from the UK is watching, hi guys, or specifically England, that isn't the St. George's flag. That is actually the flag of Milan as well. So there's two things for that. Confused me a bit, but you can find out some more information below. I'll put a link below. And yeah, let's do a little spin round. So I'll be doing a few different videos. You know I like to do short ones and some long ones. This is going to be a long one. So I basically got the metro to here. There's metro points everywhere, and it's the red line I took. I did go up here yesterday and I got in trouble for filming, but there will be a video specifically about Duomo. And yeah, so it cost €15 to go up. For children it's $7.50. And it's worth going up, but there's construction on the side, so the view's a bit, it's not as good as it normally would be. I prefer the view from that side. There's loads of kids running around with pigeon feed, and these guys basically give you the feed, the pigeons come, and then you get a cool picture. So let's just, in fact, we might be lucky to see it here. Ready? The pigeons are so fat because they're eating everyone's McDonald's. Hello Americans, no I'm joking. But actually cheers America, because you guys are my biggest viewers, so thank you so much. And India as well, so cheers India. So yeah, basically I like to start here. I always start here, and we're going to walk this way. And as we're walking that way, we're going to ruin everyone's pictures with me walking around with this camera. Look, this one here. Hello. I have tried to speak to some people, and a lot of people don't like the camera here. But let's just see as we go through. And there's lots of people selling stuff, obviously. And normally there's a really cool live music thing there, but it's not happening at the moment. The last time I was here, it was the Formula One weekend and it was rammed, but they were playing Eric Clapton here because he's a big Ferrari man. And there's actually a Ferrari shop just in here to the right, and I've got a video about that as well. So let's talk about this a little bit now. This is seriously beautiful. So this was built by the first king, and he actually laid the first brick, I think, or the myth is. It's also got one of the oldest cafes in Italy, I think, which is this one, Motta. And it's the first Prada shop in Italy, or in Milan anyway. So this is where the first Prada shop, and it's still the original shop. The floors are really cool as well. And it's a shopper's paradise. So you've got all the Saint Laurent, Longchamp, Chanel. There must be a posh person in there because they've locked the shutters down for the commoners like us. But here we go. So if you're into shopping, this is definitely a city for you. And we're actually going to go down one of the main shopping streets as well on this little circuit. So this is kind of like a Will rambling video, my favourite parts of Milan basically, all in the same thing. So that's the first Parada shop there, the first ever one, I think. And look at the floor here. That was something to do with Rome. I'm not an expert on Italian history. This channel's more about just being kind of feet on the floor, what you're going to get as a tourist. But this is the centre. Do you think it's nice in here?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Germany.
Oh, you're German. There's a lot of Germans here this weekend. Why is that? Is it is it a popular place for Easter?
No, not for Easter, but we have a long weekend, and I think that's why.
Yeah.
Good days.
Yeah, it's bad weather tomorrow, but today was all right.
Ah, okay.
Do you know anything about this building?
No.
That's the first ever Prada shop. The first ever one. And do you like Formula One? Germans? Michael Schumacher?
Yeah.
Well, the Ferrari shop's just there on the right. And it's worth going in there actually. So would you suggest to other Germans to come here on a holiday? The beer is expensive a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit expensive. But the Aperol is very fine.
Where?
Aperol?
Oh yeah. But where in Germany are you from?
Bavaria.
Oh, well, you're used to the prices then. Yeah? Right, have a nice trip. Cheers, bye. Yeah, I've met a few Germans. Actually, I actually did this walk yesterday, and I kept saying the names of the buildings wrong, so I've had to do it again. But yesterday there was a funny interview I did with some Germans. I might put it in there now, who knows. But yeah, so the Ferrari shop's super cool. They don't like the camera in there, but they didn't mind me filming in there, so they were nice. Yeah, this is really nice. So like I said before, it's kind of known as one of the oldest shopping centres in Europe, but it's more than that. It's like the heart of the city. It's the living room of the city. So now we're approaching the Da Vinci statue, and La Scala is opposite it, and there's a museum here. We'll have a look at the prices. So this is the kind of walk that I would do if I'm just coming out. I've just arrived. Oh, that's pretty cool as well. Look at that. Just arrived and I want to have a quick nosy round. So this is the museum here, so you can see how close it is. And the prices are 14 for an adult and 9 for a child. And that's La Scala. That's La Scala over there. Yeah, we're not going to rush around on this. We're going to take our time. It's going to be a nice long one. If you're still with me, let me know at 10:14. Unless we do some editing, of course. There's a lot of school trips here. We can't speak to kiddies, though, can we? We'll get in trouble. I've got to come through them, though. A lot of people, very nice. There's a lot of Asian people here from China. And then obviously La Scala, if you know anything about opera or classical music, it's the kind of the home of Giuseppe Verdi, and they do have a statue of him behind that white bus there. So we'll get a quick look at this. Now at this point you've got two options. If you go down that road down there, then you're heading towards Brera, which is a really nice part of Milan, and I will be filming that as well, so please check the playlist below. And the other option is you go that way and you're heading to like the high street area, and then you're heading down towards the cathedral, which is like the main shopping area. We're actually going to go this way because I like this road. It's a very old street, and on this road I can show you where the Mandarin Oriental Hotel is. I can show you the metro stop to the cathedral, the main shopping area, and we'll just have a ramble down there. So I have been in there. It was 38 euros to go inside for a tour, and to be honest with you, you're just going to be looking at the opera. I mean, you might as well pay an extra bit of money to actually see an opera instead of just having a look at the opera house. So that's Brera down there, and that's where the locals like to eat. It's the cool, like arty part of Milan. I love it down there. It's my favourite part, and like I said, I will be filming down there as well. So look at how old this road is, and if we're lucky we'll get to see one of the old trams. You know, the language is very musical. I can see an old tram now. Not this. This is an old van, if you're learning English. I love those, and I nearly got hit by this van for you whilst filming that. Yeah, they're a bit crazy. Here, they either drive really slow or really fast. There's no in between. And if you're driving from Geneva, a little tip for you is there aren't many speed cameras between the Mont Blanc tunnel and Milan, but there's two, and they're hiding, they're creepers. So I would suggest you get the Waze app out and you're prepared for those, because I don't really know how much the fine is. And toll roads, if you're driving here again, then the toll was expensive when you're on the Italian road, and there was two. There was one for 4.50, and I think there was one for 40 something, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's not free basically. There's a lot of museums down here. And there's lovely little back streets. If you go down there, then you're back to the modern street, the kind of like the common shopping street, as we call it, like the normal shops. We're going to the posh shops just to see what's down there. Why not? Yeah, this is all new. When I last came here, a lot of these shops were different. So the Mandarin Oriental Hotel, another little travel tip for you is to get your map for the city from the hotel, which is down there. That's the Mandarin Oriental Hotel. Yes. Hi there. They thought I was pointing at them. And they do a really good map of the city and a top 10 things to do. I'm trying to get around this merci because people are slow and we have to go fast. And someone's going to say I'm rude for saying that, but I was stuck behind her for a long time. Right. So now we are heading towards, they were English, lovely little areas for coffee. So we're heading towards the main shopping bit. We're not behind the slow tourists anymore. Allez, vas-y. This channel's all about that. And we're going to get a local to tell us how to say the metro stop. Hey, excuse me, do you speak English? What's the name of the metro stop here? Oh, say it really slowly for the viewers into there, please.
Monte Napoleone.
Monte Napoleone. Monte Napoleone. Thank you, have a good day. It's difficult for me. So Monte Napoleone, there you go. That's the metro stop for the main cathedral, the posh shops. And that's also the name of the road, the main shopping road. I know you pronounce each letter in the word, but it's just the accent. They say it better, obviously. So we're actually at that metro stop now. So it's there. Monte Napoleone. Actually, it wasn't so bad. So there's the sign there. The metro stop is there. And behind there is Brera, which is the arty part of the city, like I said. And this is the main shopping street for the big brands. So let's just have a wander down there. And then I will film the cathedral as well, but that'll be in a different video, obviously. So already straight off the bat, we've got the Rolex there. One other thing about Italy is even the police, they look good, they're well dressed. In England, they're falling out of their outfits because their costumes, or whatever you want to call it, because they're so fat normally. But here, everyone's very fashionable. It's a fashion place. So it's basically like a little square of shops. So if you walk down there, or you can walk down here, obviously, which is what we are doing, and then it's like a square, and all the shops are in this place, basically. But this is the most known road. So you've got the Valentino over there, you had the Bali up there. I'm not a big shopper, so if I say these shops wrong, then excusez-moi. This is a nice street, actually. Yeah, so if you're into shopping, then this is the place to come. But I'm a sucker for stuff like this. I love little back passages. It's a nice building here. I've said this in a few videos. If we get to 1,000 subs, I'll put that on, and I'll walk around. Rue de Berne, the red light district in Geneva. So there's the Cartier. Let's try and walk in the middle of the road. Excuse my voice, by the way. I have hay fever. Now that is a nice road, and like I keep saying, it's not the English flag, it's the flag of Milan. Pool shark, I've never heard of that. As you can see, I'm very fashionable. I go shopping once a year. It's nice down here though. I like to look up when I'm in a city. So lots of French style. I read about that in the back in the old days when there was more trading, like not like we trade today with globalization, but there was a lot of fabric from France here, and then you add the Italian flair, the Italian style, and basically you've got a nice mix. So the city was actually, it's influenced a lot by France and Austria and Spain. So it's a real unique place in Italy. It's actually most probably one of my favourite cities. So when we get to the end of this road, we're going to head to like the normal shopping street, and we're doing a circle, basically a nice circuit. And I'd love it if you told me below in the comments your favourite part of Milan. And look at this dog here. Your favourite part of Milan, and if you're actually going to do this little circuit, because I would suggest it. It's a nice little walk. So it's basically all the big shops. Oh, there's the Prada there, but it's not the main Prada shop. That was what we saw before. And yeah, obviously the Saint Laurent. It's most probably the most famous selfie thing. One of the most famous. Yeah, it's nice. There's not many fancy cars though. And this is a cool door handle, look at this. So I hope you enjoyed that little stroll down here. We're not finished yet. We're going to ramble on, as Led Zeppelin said. And yeah, I wanted to do more of a long one, just so you can see a little bit of what I like. So instead of showing you specific things for tourists, this is the kind of thing that I normally do when I come to a new place. Now this dog's got a Swiss dog tag. I'm assuming he's from Switzerland. Right. So we are now nearing the end. So it's under construction, as you can see. It's not as glamorous as, say, if you go to Cannes in France, that's a bit more glammy. Or even in Geneva, Rue de Rhône, it's quite nice. And now we're at the kind of normal shops, like your Stone Island, your CNN, that kind of thing. But it is a really nice way to go back round. And also you've got the Milan football shops. I still haven't had my first spritz whilst I've been here. I've only been drinking beer. I'm a beer man. They seem to have a weird obsession with Lego in Milan as well. Why is that? And it seems to be like Star Wars and Harry Potter Lego. Right, this is actually a really cool square around here. Let's have a look. There's normally a busker. So in one of my other videos, there was a cool place with water, Porta Nueva, which is the new part of town. A man tried to lick my feet there, by the way. That's a funny video. You should check the playlist below, remember. And I just love water in the middle of the city. Obviously there's no sea or lake, but there is a canal, and we're going to go there as well. That's a bit weird, isn't it? I think that's Angelina Jolie, I'm not too sure. So now we're on the normal shopping street. Allez. And I can already hear the buskers. The buskers are out in force. They have a really cool building on the right, which they make like a cinema for the evenings. And I think they had, during the lights display, like you get in Lyon, they had really cool things here as well. He's playing the saxophone. So you can see the Duomo. So like I said, it's a nice circle round. You've got the Milan, the AC Milan shop there, and then the parallel road you've got the Inter Milan shop. You've also got an Apple shop here. I'll show you that as well because it's quite cool. And yeah, it's just nice to drink a coffee, get a pizza, obviously. Food prices. So I did notice that a pizza was 14 to 16 euros, but there's a bar near the Duomo, and it was 14 euros for not even a pint. And in Paris at the Eiffel Tower, if you remember, we paid 13 euros for a pint. But it's only those two places. Let's have a look at the Apple shop. It's not down there. Right, there's so many signs that you're near Brera, which is the other part of Milan. There's like the red flags there, and it says Brera on it, which means that you're going into that part of the city. And I like that, Milan, by the way. Why don't we talk about the metro? I've just been rambling in this video, but it's fun to have a little ramble sometime, and we're becoming friends, aren't we? You're liking, commenting, subscribing, and I appreciate that, so thank you, especially America and India. But the metro, clean, efficient, safe. Children are free under the age of 13, which surprised me. They don't need a ticket, they just go through with you. And for a week pass, I paid $16.50 for the whole city. That's not bad. And you'll basically be sticking to the two main lines, which is the red line and the yellow line, for tourism purposes. And I suppose we might as well say there are a few nicknames for the city. I think one off the top of my head was Milka and Lenny. Correct me if I'm wrong below. The two football teams share the same football stadium. We're going to see the Apple shop, by the way. And it's the San Siro Stadium, and there's a metro right to the stadium as well. I'm trying to think of some other things that I noticed. It's in Lombardy, obviously. It's the financial centre of Milan. I think the GDP is something like 400 billion. correct, if you're still watching at this point, correct me if I'm wrong. That's a really cool cafe. But this is the Apple shop. So in case of an emergency, an Apple emergency, you've got somewhere to come. Now, because I know this city very well, I know that if you did come to the Apple shop, don't go that way because it's boring. You want to go that way, left. I'm not filming you. We want to go left here. It's always good to be polite with the camera. Although when I was up the Duomo yesterday, the woman, she annoyed me a little bit, and I was filming the video in secret, which you might see, and she was stood behind me listening to what I was saying. But everyone else was filming. It was bizarre. Maybe it's because I have such a strong English accent. Maybe she thought I was extremely handsome and she just didn't have the confidence to ask me out. No, I'm joking. She wasn't attractive. So these are kind of like tourist trappy ones. Let's see how much it costs. If you're gonna get scammed in Milano, you might as well do it with me. Right, how much is a beer in here? Bloody hell. I'm not even joking, a pint here is 18 euros. A Coca-Cola is 6. Margarita pizza, that's not bad, 12 euros. The pizzas are alright, they seem to get you with the drinks. So let's just go for carbonara. Everyone likes a carbonara. It's 12 euros. Seafood risotto is 12 euros. So it's 12 euros for a main basically. But you're paying 18 euros for a pint. Bloody hell. That is expensive. That is expensive. So you've got all the big sports superstores here, Nike. I saw a Adidas one as well. But I think we're going to end this, you know. I think we're actually going to end it exactly where we started and see if we can speak to... Oh, excuse me, are you from Japan? No?
No, in Taiwan.
Do you like the city? Yeah? I thought they were Japanese. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but no, they're from Taiwan. Taiwan. I wanted to speak to some people from Asia, but they're very shy. You're always so shy. Did I tell you that this is the biggest Gothic church in the world? I don't even know if I did that information. If you're still here at this point, write the colour yellow below in the comments. So this is actually the biggest Gothic church in the world. It's got the most statues of any other church in the world. And it's the biggest in Italy if you don't include the Vatican City because it's not technically Italy. And there's some facts for you about this. And that's the side view. That man there, he's putting in a lot more detail than me. Look at that, that's real attention. He's zooming in and out. He's loving life, isn't he? He's loving it. So that's the queue. The queue is quite big, but nothing compared to going to the Eiffel Tower. And let's see if we can get some people to speak to. There's some guys there with the AC Milan top. I'm more of an Inter Milan man myself. And the Ferrari shop is actually down the next street. So there's basically, if they had a euro for every time someone took a picture of this, they'd be the richest place on the planet, I think. I'm actually hearing a very good guitar player, but not a good singer, which is a shame. So I think we'll avoid him actually, and we'll actually go to the Ferrari shop. We'll end it there. So imagine you're there and you're a Ferrari fan, you want to come down here.
Yes.
And it's a very cool shop. I have done a video. And here it is, ladies and gents, the Ferrari shop. So we'll just have a look in the window for now. So I have filmed the shop and they didn't really like me filming it so much. So let's end it here. So that was my favourite part of Milan. Please let me know below your favourite part. Remember to check the playlist below. If you're still watching at this point, write the colour yellow like I said, and you guys are great, you die-harders. And yeah, let me know which video you liked the most from the playlist. And I'll see you soon guys, cheers, bye. Oh, do you as people say stuff, who cares? Let's go and get a beer. Cheers guys, it's beer time.